Hello, everybody. Hello. How are you? I am JS1, Lady Liberty, Justice, whatever you guys like to call me, it's fine. But just make sure you call me by those names. So, as you guys can see here, I have pictures of celebrities and politicians, right? Because that's what the topic is. So let me first of all, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you guys at the end why I am discussing this topic. Why am I bringing up celebrities and politicians? Excuse me, I'm just stirring my tea this morning, but I'm about to stop. It's done now, so I don't want to be like loud. So as you guys know, I'm either giving you an early morning video or late night, but I'm here on the topic of the celebrities and politicians. Now, over the years, there has always been politicians reaching out to celebrities getting into the politician field, things like that. Currently, the main topic, the current celebrity who is getting involved with politicians that everyone is talking about is Nicki Minaj, right? But prior to her, there were many celebrities, getting into the politician world and things like that. So I want to make this clear. Excuse me. This video, I'm gonna try to do it in sections. So stay with me. I always tell you guys walk with me in sections, and then I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of my personal business. Since I created this page, I know you guys some people might look at my page and see like, okay, well, she's into this type of work, but if you listen to my words and things that I say, you guys know I do a lot of things, and I'm okay with that. So at the end of what I'm saying, I'm going to give you guys a little piece of my personal business of what I do and why I chose to talk about this. But right now we're going to stick to the topic, which is celebrities getting involved with politicians. We're going to start with the celebrities first. Right? We're going to start with the celebrities first. Then we'll get into the politicians. To all of the celebrities out there, this is not coming from the people. Well, some of it may be coming from the people, but I like to speak for myself. This is coming from me. What you do, so I know as someone that is involved with politicians a lot and things like that, I know that your vote is your vote. It's private. It's a private vote. Who you choose to vote for. How we were taught was who a person choose to vote for is that's their business, and they should not be judged based off of whom. But people have their other opinion. Things are different now, etc. But to all of the celebrities who choose to get involved with politicians and things, the people feel like you have a higher requirement. The people, humankind, right? Everyone, right? They feel as if you have a higher requirement. Now you may say why, but you're not clueless. You're a celebrity. That doesn't mean you're clueless. You understand why? Because you're in the position of being on TV, of having the illusion of money that they think you have, status that they think you have. So they expect for you to do something, or they expect that you can maybe change something, right? So when I say to the celebrities that get involved, supposedly, and I'm going to tell you why I say supposedly, is because, you know, don't just show up, for uh, paparazzi, propaganda, the elite of it all, right? But do the work. Do the work. You celebrities like to pick and choose what you explain. Most of you, your producers, your managers tell you what and what not to say, and that's your life. Um, Me, on the other hand, uh, I'm going to speak for myself, and that's going to be that. So you not only need to do the work, but you need to speak up. You need to explain to the people. See, a lot of people just pop up out of nowhere, right? Pop up, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's okay. That's how you start. You start by just popping up, being present, right? But it takes more than being present. When I first started doing what I do, I'll let you guys know at the end. Now I can say I'm probably close to 10 years of what I've been doing, but when I first started, it took the work of doing the work. So the people are getting up, well, some of the people, and my issues and concerns with celebrities is when I do see you pop up with these politicians and, whatever you do. And let's make it clear, when I say celebrities, I'm not just talking about Nicki Minaj. Okay? I'm talking about all celebrities. Because as you can see in the picture, from singers to rappers to talk show hosts, um, they all have dibbled and dabbled or stepped their foot in um, the politician field. See, before, and I'm so you may say to me, you may say, well, Justice, why are you getting into it now? Why are you getting into it now? Because it dabbled into what I do. See, I don't talk about celebrities or their business because truthfully I can care less. Now, this is not to be rude, this is my truth. You may take it how you want to take it. I don't talk about celebrity business because we're not in the same field of what we do. They're in entertainment, that's cool, and I do what I do. Now, can they do what I do? Can I be in entertainment? Who knows? People can do whatever they choose to. But what I'm speaking about, the facts is what it is now is that the celebrities are more and more entering the field of the things that I do. So my thing is, maybe no past politicians or mayors or presidents told you, but the generation that I am in, I need you to do your work. I need more than just, and maybe that's enough, for the people what they're trying to, say their message, and I'm with this side, I'm not with this side, because listen, I don't know what the pictures state unless the people speak and get involved. Excuse me. See, we can all assume, oh, this person is on that side, this person believes this person, based off of a picture, based off of someone standing or doing some business with someone. And listen, that's neither here or there for me to say, right? But what I'm telling the celebrities is, when you enter the field of politicians and things like that, you must open your mouth. The people needs to know. The people need answers. Now, granted, most of the politicians and mayors and presidents that's been out here, they talk and don't do anything, which is very unfortunate. But at least we have the statements of saying what they're going to do. So, and that needs to change immediately. All of the talking and no action is it makes no sense to me. So that's the part that I have for the celebrities. That's the part I have for the celebrities. Don't just do what you do on a regular. Show up and that'll be that. And if you're gonna do that and just show up and just say that to the people. Say that to the people. Now you can take this, and you can take this as advice, because to me, I would take it as advice, because you know, maybe you don't care if you feel like, oh, if I'm not benefiting, or if I am benefit, but what is the point? What is the point? Usually when people choose to be a Democrat or Republican or whatever, they tell you why. So the people want to know why. Do you have the same beliefs? Do you agree? You got to have a voice in this when you step into that field. So, like I said, I'm doing this video today because the celebrities are stepping into what I do, and I know people feel how they feel and saying what they say, but I like to come directly to the source. And any celebrity, we can always have a conversation about what I stated, but it will be respectfully. I do not tolerate disrespect, because I don't give out disrespect. So now let's move to the people. Who are the people, Justice? The people. You guys know who you are. The ones that's out there angry and chatting and saying this and saying that. I mean, you guys are chatting. You guys are livid. Okay? And it's not my place to say if you have a right to be livid and be upset and everything. But I will say this. I'm going to give you the same similar information that I gave to the celebrities. Get involved. Well, Justice, what do you mean by getting involved? Get involved. Exactly what I'm saying. A lot of you are upset because you liked her. You know, a lot of you are upset because you didn't like her. It's just what it is, right? She's not the only celebrity that chose whatever she wanted to choose, if it be a Republican, Democrat. Some of you are celebrities. So shouldn't it be easier for you to have conversations? Let's not get online and, I don't want to say, let me try to use my words wisely, because I am respectful, that's just who I am. And, I don't tolerate disrespect. So what I'm saying is, let's not get on live and come out with our personal feelings, but portray them as it's because she made this decision. It's because she stood with Donald Trump and his administration. Let's not pretend that's just what it is. A lot of you, women, men, the gays, a lot of you liked her and a lot of you didn't like her. And you were waiting for opportunity to get in on the anger hate train. And I get it. But here's the thing. She's not the first celebrity. And my issue with humankind is that, where was this outrage for all these other celebrities? See, I may not be doing what you guys do and getting up there and talking about the celebrities and other stuff, because that's your field. That's what you do. My field is business, is politicians. It's that's what I like. That's what I do. It's history. That's what I do. It's the world. It's biology. That's my stuff. That's, and that's okay. I tell you guys all the time, you can do what you want to do. If you want to get into this entertainment field, you get into the history field, the sky's the limit. Humans are capable of anything they want to do, right? But my issue is with the people is that you say all this and you have this frustration with her in particular. But look at all these other celebrities up there. I have not ever seen you guys get up there and say anything about Oprah, Kanye, Beyonce, just to name a few, etc., who I've personally seen stand with certain people. So you can't say, no, it's not just about Nicki Minaj, because it is. And we have to learn how to separate a person in the entertainment world. A lot of you people respectfully don't know these celebrities. You haven't ever seen them in person, had dinner with them, and if you did, it has strictly been at concert. And you got a little money, so you got backstage. Cool. You don't know these individuals personally. You know what they deliver. You know what you see on the upfront, and that's why I go back to the first section. Celebrities, you need to speak up. I understand that you have managers and all of this other stuff that you have, but come on. You want to do stuff, you want to broadcast stuff, but you want your lips to be silent. It makes no sense. And it's okay to say, well, I'll let people assume I have money, da 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 da. But understand that the same people who rise you can be the same people who take down your entire career. Is it not happening now? A lot of you, your careers, I don't know what type of managers or business people you have, but if you had me on your team, listen, I'm on the team of God, right? I'm a leader of myself. But I don't know what your manager's telling you. I don't know what, but you have to open your mouth. You have to speak to the people. And as far as the people, you need to get involved. Let's not wait for a celebrity or wait for your ex-peer, your ex-coworker, the person that you despise just a little bit to do something ridiculous that you find ridiculous that you don't like. To now you want to hover and empower. Get involved. The same way she got involved with Donald or however she did it, the same way you go out in your community and get involved. I don't care if you are in the suburbs. I don't care if you are in an urban community. I don't care if you are middle class. I don't care if you are in a different country, state, city. Get involved. Go to the meetings. Reach out to the people. Now, people that's in my generation, let me talk. Come on. Let me talk to you. The internet is what we do, and some of us do it well. If you don't like to get involved on the street, right? You be on the internet a lot. You can talk about this and you can talk about that and other people's business and things you don't even have assumptions about, right? You haven't even met these people, right? But you won't get involved. You won't talk about what's really happening. The missing children, the less value in homes and houses and renting, the elderly, the environment. Okay, so we got to stop picking and choosing when we see someone we don't like. Now, can you question someone? What's their motive? What's this about? Sure, I do it all the time when I see people just pop up and they're with this person. I do my research and I try to do it extremely well. But even me, I might miss some things. I know that I'm only the genius in the field that I am in. And so have a lot of you. We don't know everything. We don't know why people make their decision. That's why I said to the celebrities, you need to figure it out and open your mouth. But for the people, get involved. Half of you that speak about things, you don't even vote. And if you do vote, that's as far as you do for your country. That's it. You vote and swear that because you had a vote, you know everything about this politician stuff. You don't, respectfully. Let me tell you something. Even the ones that is in politician stuff like me and other peers and other people, they don't even know everything. They can claim they do. They can get online and challenge people and talk like they know something and talk fast and move people along and no disrespect to the people that talk fast. I talk fast as well, but you must slow down and think and not. It's a difference between talking fast and then talking fast to try to make yourself or make someone feel like they don't know. Because here's the thing, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Now you can say, well, websites and this here and that there. If you believe that everything on a website, on any website, is true or was once there or not there, then I don't know what to tell you. People lie just like websites lie. Research, all of that research and facts don't lie. Listen, even statistically, there's always a percentage. Yeah. There's always a percentage. Nothing is completely always on point, correct, factual. There's always something there lying that can be challenged. And when we understand that as a people, we are not always right. See, we like to pick a side and say, oh, the Republicans, the Democrats. But, my issue is we're in 2026 and yet there's still no common ground. So where's the growth? Where's the growth that we as the people claim to have? You can see people online having a conversation with people, and just based off of them not being a Republican or a Democrat or whatever side they choose, just the way they communicate is not proper. The way they communicate. Now, you see, communication, speaking, spelling, that was mankind created. Before that, people were, I told you guys, they were caveman style, right? So I'm not sitting here saying you have to be the perfect speaker or the perfect writer or the perfect speller. No, because half of people don't even be spelling. They're talking to ChatGPT or Google, and it'll pop up how it pops up. So people think, oh, well, this person can't read and spell, and that's not even the case, right? But I'm saying this because a lot of people in those fields, in the fields that I'm in, you get a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of stain of status, and you take it and you feel as though that you know everything. You know everything about the Democrats. You know everything about the Republicans. You know everything about the presidents and everything, which is untrue, which is very untrue. Have respect for one another. Have respect. You can show respect when you're having a conversation. In my opinion, most of your attitudes about politicians and Democrats and Republicans, it sucks. You can see it in your demeanor. You can see it in the way that you speak to people. And how dare you? When you're probably just as less involved than the next person. When you're probably just doing research online or finding this out and finding that out. Because a true person who is involved, they're for the whole people. A true person that's involved, they don't dismiss someone or feel like someone is not entitled to a voice or that they're dumb or they're less than because they're a Republican, because they're a Democrat. It's called United States, not the divided states. I'll say that again. It's called the United States, not the divided states. When will we learn? When will we learn? Now I'm going to go to the last part, the third part. Give you guys a little bit of information. Why I chose to do this video, what it is that I do, and things like that. So I know when you guys look at my videos, you see I do certain things about cases, investigations, and things like that. Well, I have a couple of I have a couple of pages, and the reason why I do that work is because I do like forensics investigation stuff a little bit. So I like to dilly and dab and certain stuff like that. But I also am an activist. Yes, I'm an activist. Now, a lot of people may be like, well, you're so young and da-da-da-da, but listen, age has nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter if you're older or younger. It does have nothing to do with it. I have other pages where I do my activist work. I talk about life, adding value to yourself. I talk about the politicians, our government, things like that. I've been doing it for close to now 10 years. I love what I do. On my other pages, I explain how I got involved with activist work. I'm not going to tell you guys really how I got involved because it's a little bit of a deep story and a little bit of a long story, and I already took up some of your time. Um, but I hope you guys enjoyed, my viewpoints. I always talk about I always talk about getting involved because I am involved, and I think that is very important for the people. I think that you can assume, you can say things, you can have your feelings, but get involved. Get involved so that way you can put your feelings to good work. You can put them in proposals, and you put them in papers, and you can put them into the world, and let there be change. But to simply not to have everything to say, but you don't even vote, you don't even get involved. And voting is a form of getting involved, but it's way more than that you can do for your community, right? That you can do for your people, correct? But let's not pick and choose people. There's enough of the picking and choosing. Do some of these celebrities do things that you may not like with certain um, politicians and people and everything? Indeed. But here's the thing. There's a lot of people that you guys know in the world that do things that you don't like. A lot of people, from your aunts, uncles, friends, foes, and you stop talking to them, you stop dealing with them, you cut them all off over a decision that, listen, even if you feel this way about an individual that chose this side or chose that side, right? Because I'm going to end it on this. What does that change? What does that change? What do you want to influence other people to feel the same way you feel? Well, if you have that much of a loud voice to want to influence other people or to just get it off your chest, why don't you use that same loud voice, right, to benefit humankind, to benefit the people? Why don't you use that same loud voice and go stand in your local commissioner's office? Why don't you use that same loud voice to say that to Washington? Why don't you see, you would direct your anger at these celebrities, right? Because they're not really, their managers tell them to keep quiet. Me on the other hand, I don't have a lot of these celebrities on the right track. But you can come out and be boisterous about the celebrity, but why don't you be boisterous to Washington, to Congress, to the president himself? Why don't you write these proposals and talk and have meetings and set up and reach out to the people? No, you're not doing that. You'd rather see someone that you feel as though shouldn't done this, or why are they doing this? And instead of setting up a meeting and having a conversation with them, you just we have to stop that. Obviously, you see that your voice can fake influence other people, but humans are not that hard to influence. they're not. Shout out to humankind, but they're not that hard to influence. Okay, so they're here this and they're here that. They're off the rage, and the government knows that. The government knows that. So I'm gonna hit in it there. I give my videos early or late at night. Um, and I'm gonna, continue what I have to do with my day. But I wanted to get this video in because it's well needed. I tell you guys over time, if it's the same thing, JS1 on the other platforms. I am, Lady Liberty. I don't stray far from my name. So if you wanted to, find out, like, see exactly what I do and, my activist things, you can always probably look me up on other pages, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to continue to do what I do, even if it's just me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do my videos. I'm darn sure I'm not paying nobody for no view or none of that. That's just ludicrous. But shout out to the people who do that. But We are all and can all be inventors from the things that we do and the things that we say, right? You know, a lot of us get mimicked if it's from the things that we do, the things that we say. I've been mimicked on multiple things that I do and that I say, and I'm okay with that. I love the human brain. I said the human brain. I didn't say you human. I said the brain. I think that as a collective, right, we can do major things. But we have to get involved. We have to get involved and not just picking and choosing when we want to get involved and who we want to direct our anger at. When there's multiple people, multiple celebrities doing whatever they want to do, just like you do. Just like you do. You pick who you want to. And another thing is get involved so you can know exactly what a Democrat is, what a Republican. A lot of you don't even know. You don't know. And the ones who do know, then you should know better. Hello? I'm going to say it again. A lot of you don't even know. And the ones, who do know, you should know better. You should know better. So I'm going to leave it there. I will be coming out with my autobiography. And I hope that you guys enjoy this and you took something from this. And peace to all races and religions.